Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we move towards our next lecture, that is composition of function and their inverse functions. First of all, we define composition of a function. Let we have two functions f and g. F function form a set of x to set of y, and g function form a set of y to set of g. Then their composition of f and g is a function denoted as f of g, and it is written in the term of as it, in which g of f of x is equal to g into f of x, means that we replace the value of function f of x into the value of g of x. Now dear students, we move towards exercise 1.2. In this exercise, we find the composite functions f of g of x and g into f of x and f into f of x and g into g of x. First of all, you have to understand the concept of composite function as I explain in the definition, that it will be combine the two functions. Like if you have to write f of g of x, it means the basic function is f of x, and on the place of x you have to replace the value of g of x, and after that you have just simplified 6 plus x minus 1 over x minus 1, so we get the answer x plus 5 over x minus 1. On the same way, you can find g of f of x. In this case, the basic function is g of x. So you write g of x, and on the place of x, you replace the value of f of x. That is equal to 2x plus 1. So after simplification, we get the result 3 over 2x plus 1 minus 1. So we cancel it. That means the result will come 3 over 2x. So it is equal to g into f of x. So this is known as composite function of g into f of x. On the same way, you can also find f of x. It means that the basic function is f of x. On the place of x, you have replaced the value again f of x. So after simplification, you get the results. Just multiply with the 2 plus 1, add them and get the results, that is equal to 4x plus 3. So here we can solve all the other remaining questions with the same way. If you feel any problem, leave it into the comment. I will next time take that point also into my video. So dear students, now we move towards next question, in which we have to find the value of f inverse of x, and we have given f of x is equal to minus 2x plus 1. For this, we let f of x is equal to y. It means x is equal to f inverse of y. It will be considered as equation 1. Now, as we know that y is equal to f of x, so y is equal to minus 2x plus 1. Now, from this equation, find the value of x. So minus 2x will become positive 2x on the other side, and 1 minus y. So after dividing with the 2, we get the value of x, that is equal to 1 minus y over 2. Now compare equation 1 and equation 2. So we get the required results. As we know that f of inverse of y is equal to 1 minus y over 2. Dear students, we have to find the value of f inverse of x. So replace this value f of y with x. Here same this value replace with x. So we get our result f inverse of x, that is equal to 1 minus x over 2. Dear students, now we have to find f inverse of minus 1. For this purpose, just replace the value of x minus 1. So we get 1 plus 1 over 2, so which is equal to 1. Now we come towards the second point in which we have to prove the results, composite functions. So basic function is f inverse of x, and we have replaced the value in f of x. As we know that f inverse of x is equal to 1 minus x divided by 2. So at the place of x, you just replace the value of f of x, that is equal to minus 2x plus 1 divided by 2. Now after simplification we get the result f of x plus 2x minus 1 over 2 plus 1 khatam. Now the remaining result is 2 will be cancelled with 2, so x is equal to 1, so is equal to x. And if the value is f into f inverse of x, it means basic function is f of x, and we have to replace the value of inverse function, and inverse function is 1 minus 2x divided by 2. So we just simplify in the same way as minus 1, so no, not 2x here, 1 minus x. So we simplify this result as 1 plus x plus 1. So cancel on both sides and we get the result f is equal to x. So this is the value of both sides of the equation, hence proved that it is equal to f inverse of x. Thank you very much. That is equal to x.